Hello and welcome to lockdown fencing workout number 2 with me, Paul Beasley. I'm the head coach at Royal Tunbridge Wells Fencing Club. Now, as you may have guessed, this is not Royal Tunbridge Wells Fencing Club. Obviously, due to the joys of lockdown, this is my living room. And the idea of these series of workouts is that you can do them in a small space and you just need the weight of your own body. There's no specific kit. This being a fencing workout, obviously there'll be some fencing drills as well. And whilst we're going to follow the same structure as last time, 10 exercises, 30 seconds of exercise, 30 seconds of rest, and then do a second set as well after a 2-minute break. This time, the second set is going to progress the fencing drills we do in the first set, okay? So there's reason to stick around for that second half of the show. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with a warm-up. And we're just going to start with some little circles with the elbows. So hands more or less in front of the chin, and then really draw the biggest circles you can with the elbows. And you should really feel the shoulder blades working away here, and reverse. Okay, very good. And we'll do some circles with the arms as well, full extension. So really get them as close to the ears as possible, as high and as wide as possible, drawing the biggest circles you can. Okay, now we're just going to have a little jog on the spot. Just to get the blood flowing, just to raise the heart rate a little bit. You don't want to rush into these things, especially when you're 48 and your body is just a series of injuries held together with the odd random rare piece of fully functioning tissue. Okay, so what we're going to do now is on the third lift of the foot, we're just going to lift something high. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we do the same with heel flicks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, very good. Next up, we're simply just going to open the gate, open the gate, open the gate, open the gate. And now, I know, mind-blowing, we're going to close the gate as well. Okay, next up, we're going to do kicks to hand. So try and keep the kicking leg as straight as possible. I mean, to say I'm not that flexible is an understatement. So generally what I'm doing is I'm just kicking the air near my hand. If you've got a normal level of flexibility, you're probably going to be able to actually kick your hand. But alas for me, with my double ruptured hamstrings, thank you teenage athletics, just can't do it, but the warm-up still serves its purpose. Okay, next up, the fireman, okay? Lift one arm and the other leg, and we just cycle through. Okay, last one, last warm-up exercise. What we're gonna do, I just gotta make sure I back off so don't put my hands into the big lampshade that's above me. Is lift a knee, lunge, normal lunge, not a fencing lunge. Reach up, across, across, and recover. Other side, reach up, across, across. One more on each side. Okay, good stuff. So, as explained, you've got 10 exercises twice, but the fencing drills in the second set will develop those from the first set. Okay, now I've got a timer here. better position this time. So hopefully you can actually see that in the corner of the screen. And if you are looking at the screen as you do the exercises, you'll be able to see how much time you have. Right, so we've got 30 seconds to explain the first exercise of 10, and then we start. So, nicely on guard, feet in the right position, back heel off the ground, front foot in line with back heel, hand in front of elbow from the position of your opponent's perspective. We're going to do 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. So remember, don't swing in that back foot. It's got to come down nice and quickly. Off we go. Okay, shake it out. Next up, we have press up with shoulder tap, okay? Fairly straightforward. Press up, we go tap, tap, press up, tap, tap, okay? And this is exercise number 2, first set. This obviously develops good arm extension strength, but also shoulder stability as well with the tap. Here we go. Okay. Watch out, I'm not cutting off my feet in these exercises. Got to get as far back as I can. Next exercise, we have split squats, okay? So, get into a position with fairly straight legs, hands on hips, chest nice and high, so that when you do the squat, your knees are more or less, front knee is more or less over front ankle. And we hold for 3, come up, and do as many as we can. So nice balanced starting position, and off we go. .30 seconds off, then we'll do the other leg. So, these single leg exercises are perfect for fencing because of the stance, the on-guard position. We're really working the muscles in slightly different ways, in independent ways. So if you do strength and conditioning exercises that address each leg independently, it really translates to fencing fitness. We get into position because can't be too far off. Other leg this time, remember, and off we go. Okay, so that was actually 2 exercises, by the way, so we are now 4 of 10 through. So next up, punches. Now, I'm right-handed, and I fence right-handed. If I boxed, I'd have to go the other way around. So basically, I do these punching exercises from a southpaw stance because it just doesn't confuse me as much, doesn't confuse my muscle memory. And just we're just gonna go jab, cross, uppercut, elbow, okay? And we're not trying to put massive power into this. I myself had trouble after a couple of years of boxing training, taking up fencing. I was basically punching with a sword in my hand engaging the shoulder too much, really turning the hand over. So it's about fluidity and balance, okay? Good stuff. I do like a good punching drill. Okay, next up, another footwork exercise. We're going to do micro steps, okay? Now this is all about micromanaging distance, because you'll have your standard length step. You've got to have something else as well. A smaller length step, a half step, which we'll get onto in a future video. So it's as it sounds, just little shuffly steps really, okay? Tiny little steps. Try not to let any tension translate to your upper body as you do this, because that tension is going to slow down your arm speed for when you attack. Elasticity is better. Really far in. A nice fast thrust or lunge or flesh. We're not going to be doing any fleshing in these videos, by the way. It's basically, I'm going to end up falling over the piano and headbutting the table. Or going out the front window. Maybe for a different kind of video, but not for these. Okay, so we are on to number 7 now, and it's the bear crawl. Okay. So, hands just above shoulder width, knees bent, backside fairly low. I like to do these with opposite leg. Okay, bear crawl's done. Next up, speed skaters. Number 8. You start on one side, you jump to the other side, and you bring your non-standing leg around and swing your arms for stability. Imagining you're Canadian shooting across some kind of frozen body of water in the winter. Okay. Dead bugs next, which is pretty much how I'm beginning to feel. You start, arms straight up, knees at 90 degrees, and then you extend opposite arm and leg as far as you're comfortable. Hold for 1, return to the start and repeat. Okay, off we go. Okay. That time it was my left hip clicking as I extended my leg. But as you know, my mantra is, if it clicks, it's fit. Okay, so this has got the goods, man. This is ready to go. Okay, so last one. Just lunges, okay? And we'll progress it in the second set. So remember, arm's going to go start to extend first. As it extends, you kick into the lunge. So the arm should be straight by the time that front foot is fully down, okay? Oh, I'll pull out that last one. Okay, we've got 2 minutes rest now. I'm having a drink. That's all there is to it. Whew. That's doing the business. Okay, so 30 seconds break gone, minute and a half left. Okay, now I've had a few views for the first video. You know, one serious viewer would have been welcome. I had quite a few more than that. But the only comment I had was about how red my face was at the end. And I know fake news. They said it's because I'm not fit. Got a minute rest, by the way. That's fake news media. You know who you are. Fake news media. Okay. What it actually was, and this was spotted by fellow coach Rob Parsons, is I actually caught a suntan during the first exercise video I did. Okay. So what I'm going to say, even though the blinds and the curtains were down and drawn, you know, sun is we're doing tremendous work with the sun. Tremendous work with the sun. And Rob Parsons is one of the best sun people there is. One of the best sun people about sun. So if he says it's a suntan, it's a suntan. Okay, thanks to Donald Trump for digging me out of that hole. But as you know, the Don, got a bright face, must mean you're powerful, of course. Right then, I think on the next beep, we go again, okay, which for those of you who really were enjoying that bad Donald Trump impression is going to be a relief. Okay, here's my 30 seconds demonstration chat. So you remember, we did 2 steps forward, 2 steps back the first time around. So what we're going to do, 2 forward, 2 back, 2 forward, 1 back, lunge. Okay, so the reason for this is if you have someone who's simply following your footwork and waiting and they just turn into a zombie, the brain is switched off, they're following your footwork, you can walk them onto your lunge with this slight change of pattern, okay? So on the beep, we will begin. So we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, lunge. Okay, take a step back in recovery. Okay, exercise number 1 done. Okay, say, it's about setting up a pattern and then breaking that pattern to trick your opponent, score the hit. Next up, press up with tap. I'm going to try and get to 10 this time. It's a bit lazy the first set. Okay, exceeded my target. Happy days. Next up, split squats rather. 1 leg first, 30 seconds exercise, 30 seconds rest, then we swap. Do the same again on the other leg, okay? And try and get this front thigh really parallel with the floor when you're in the squat. And actually, you'll feel this more on the hip flexor on the back leg. Front leg somehow just seems to coast through this one. The position of the body puts the weight, puts the stress on that back thigh. Shake it out. 30 seconds rest. Another drink. Other leg this time. So remember, hold for a count of 3 seconds. Up you come. Down into the next one. Okay, shake it out. Okay, so we are 4/10 through the second set. We've done our first progressive footwork exercise, but next up is punches. So remember, we're not trying to punch through a door, score a knockout. These are nice, light, fast punches. Stay balanced. Don't engage the shoulder too much. Don't put weight too far forward. Don't transfer the force from the floor. It's just too heavy-handed for fencing. So nice, loose, sort of semi-fencing, semi-boxing stance. So we go jab, cross, uppercut, and I like to throw in a little Muay Thai elbow, because for me, I feel more balanced, and I think it's kind of more likely where my opponent's head is going to be, talking frankly, if I had to do this stuff for real. Okay, good fun. So, next up, we're going back to our progressive footwork. This time, we're trying to use our footwork to entice someone to attack, okay? And we're going to do that by putting a fast step in. So we're going to go 2 forward, 2 back, again a bit forward. There we go. 1 normal forward, 1 quick short forward, stop it, step back, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2. 1 quick short, stop it, step back. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2. 1 short and quick, stop it, step back. 1 short and quick, stop it, step back. As soon as that back foot lands on the short, fast step. Okay, nice. Good fun, bit of concentration required. Bear crawls next. I'm gonna say, that was definitely one that took more out of me than I expected in the first set. But we're 4 from home now. So hang in there. Depending on how you did the first time, try to maintain this level, or just if you've got energy you think is going to be left over, your central governor can say, use that energy, we're close to the end, let's go for this. There. Hallelujah. Okay. Speed skaters after this. Returning to Canadian ice skaters, which to be honest, a little bit of winter air now would be appreciated. Whew. 3 from home. Let's keep the intensity up. Oi, oi, oi. 2 to go. The very appropriately named dead bugs are next. Let's see if I can get my left hip clicking again, just to show the dominant level of fitness I possess, no matter what the fake news say. Oi, oi, oi. 1 to go. There's a slight change this one. Basically, I'm going to do footwork. I'm going to start as far back in my space as I can go. You start as far forward. You keep your distance with me. I step forward, you step back. I step back, you step forward. However, when I step forward with my arm down, you lunge. And then recover, the arm comes back up. If my arm is down and I'm stationary or I'm moving back, don't lunge, just follow the footwork. We're going to do this for a minute, okay? So as far back in, far forward into your space as you can go. 30 seconds left. Well done. I think I won that one 15-14, okay? Without even attacking or counter-attacking. It's amazing. Power of the mind. Okay. A couple of deep breaths, let's have a glass of water. And then we go into our warm down. Very important. As I say, the warm down, you're dropping your body from exercise to rest, okay? So you're managing that transition. But not only that, you're starting your recovery process, okay? You're beginning to shake out some of the hydrogen ions. They're going around in your body. You're making sure you're kind of managing your cool down so your recovery will be more effective, okay? You notice I just went out of the lunge position, shuffled the foot forward, and then lunged again. And we'll do that once more. Just get that foot a little further forward. Now, the reason for doing these holding stretches at the end is because it helps with the warm down, but we're also encouraging our muscles to actually be that little bit more stretchy, so we have a bit more range on our lunge, okay? If we do these holding exercises at the start, well, firstly, there's more of a risk of injury because we're sending the wrong message to the body, okay? If we do this before we fence, we're saying, I want you to relax, I want you to be as stretchy as possible, I want you to think about yoga. But that's no good because we need poison power when we fence. And if we're going to start fencing by telling our muscles to relax and switch off, it doesn't help, okay? So we do the longer holds at the end. Sorry, I'm missing one out. We're going to do the cat stretch on all fours, hands forward, keep the hands there, push the hips back. Okay, now into the butterfly. Soles together, feet towards you. Gently push the legs down with the arms. For some reason, the only stretch I'm half decent at. You have to do what you will with that comment. Okay, nearly there, we've got 2 to go. So one leg out straight, cross the other leg over, hug that bent leg. Keep the leg that's extended straight, pull the toe back, and then just try and hug into that front knee, okay? So this is really hamstring, it's calf a little bit, it's IT band a little bit. Potentially, if you're a little bit stiff, it could be the lower back. Let's swap it over. All that same process. Extending leg is straight, toes towards, hug in. Okay. And we will say, jobs are good. Stop the timer. I hope the timer was useful. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. So, if I actually get the hang of iMovie, at some point in the very near future, a box will appear either one side or other side of me to say, click on this to see my first video, or in a week's time, see my third video. But for now, just like green screen, I'm just kind of pointing at the sofa there. But hopefully there'll be a box. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Again, the next one will be very similar. The 10 exercises, we'll try and progress the fencing drills from the first set to the second set. And please do let me know constructively what you thought of the video in the comments. If there's more of something you'd like to see, if I'm doing something you'd like to see less of, I'll take it all on board and I'll try and tweak the next one accordingly. Okay, but thank you for joining me. See you next down on Lockdown Fencing Workout. Thank you.